Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Commenting on Comments, where I comment on your comments live on this video. So let's roll that intro and get on with some comments. First comment here is from Dennis Gregory, and he says, farts are funny. I know, right? You don't have a sixth sense of humor for thinking that, but I got what you meant. I find people who don't find farts funny trying to be someone they are not. Fart, laugh, be happy. True. Farts are funny. I don't care who you are. That shit is frickin' hilarious. Matt Mroy says, you can get a Wi-Fi booster repeater on eBay for under 20 bucks. I had the same problem and I fixed it for me, and it fixed it for me. You put it halfway between the router and where you're trying to get Wi-Fi. It literally takes the signal and repeats it. I was thinking about those. Actually, Dad wanted one too, because he's got the same piece of shit Bell router that I do. And before, on his old D-Link, he was able to sit out on the patio where we normally sit in the summer when we do barbecues and stuff, and his iPad like literally would have 4 to 5 bars of Wi-Fi signal. Now he has to sit in a specific spot just to get 2. So we were thinking about doing that, but like for Dad it would be fine because Mom and Dad don't really do much with the internet. Like they're not really uploading videos or anything. They just go on there and go on Facebook and play Farm Simulator or Farmville, or Mom likes to play her iPad games and all that junk. So they're not really using the internet where I am. My problem with my router is it only allows 1,000 consecutive connections, and then the router shits the bed. So I'm going to be bridging that router and hooking the Asus back up because fuck that Action Tech's a piece of shit. The Juggalo vlog says, I love my bingo wings. Glad you do, bud. WM Firefighter 09 says, right on bro, great vid. The best thing that anyone could ever do is just be true to yourself and never sweat the small stuff. Take care. And that's like my new look on life is I'm done sweating the small stuff. Like, if people don't like my content, don't watch it. If you want to leave a bad comment, sure, go ahead, you have the right to. But I also have the right to not read those bad comments, and if I want to remove them off the video, fuck, I'll do that too. That's my right. We all have rights. Iron Man says, and one time while fishing, oh fuck, I almost thought it said fisting. One time while fishing on my bike, I had a cigarette hanging out my butt and I had a poop in the bush. Oh dang, there I go off on a tangent again, for fuck's sakes, Lamau. One time while fishing on my bike, I had a cigarette hanging out my butt. Bud, you alright? Need a pipe? Ed Starr says, great video, Adam. Where did you buy the drone? I googled it, but I couldn't find it in any stores. I actually got it at a little kiosk thing. This drone right here, this little fancy thing. Hard as fuck to fly though, my goodness. Some people are saying get a different remote for it, it'll be easier, but I don't know. Graver Train Gravy Train says, no one from YouTube knows my age. Where do they get their numbers to create the demographic chart? When you created your account, it asks you your birth date. So whatever number you put in there is how they get your age. Josh Taverny says, take that drone to a park, that way you have a lot more room to fly it. Yeah, or even in the backyard, because the backyard's pretty big. I could just bomb around back there and take it easy and figure it out. And there's not much wind today. I should be out there testing it, but we got things. Jeff Wash F8 says, and here's the comment I was talking about, if you get a better radio for that thing, you'll get better and it'll be easier to fly. And that is true. I have flown real drones, like the ones with the cameras on it. The, can't remember the name of it right now, but you know, the ones for like $400-600, like the expensive ones where they come with the gimbal and you can put your GoPro on it and go. And those ones are a lot easier to fly. The remotes are a lot more forgiving and just all around a better experience. Where this drone here, unfortunately, you cannot get a better radio for it because there is no crystal to replace. There's no crystal in this thing here. Like, you can't pop it open and put a new tuning crystal into it so that you can sync your radio up to it. This is literally what you see is what you get, and the remote is what you see is what you get. What do you expect for 15 bucks? Bob's your uncle says, should take that thing to work and see how close you can get it to Bruce when he's sleeping. The amount of air that actually comes off underneath this thing when it's going, probably not too close. He'd open his eyes right away, freak out, and probably swing at it. Scott1 says, I honestly spit some beer out when you asked if they were tapping a telephone pole for maple syrup. Dude, that's what it looked like. It totally looked like a maple syrup spigot coming out of the friggin' pole. And they had a bucket hanging off of it. Like, what else could they be doing? A. Walker says, I bet you didn't even put the dog in a crate when you left. Then you're going to be all surprised when you come home and there's shit on the floor. You'll beat the poor thing because you're too stupid to crate the dog properly. Fucking idiot. I love thumbing down your shitty copycat vids. Well, here's the thing there, Mr. Asshole Walker. I figure that's what the A stands for because you come off as an asshole. Number one, I don't beat my dog. That's probably something you do to your animals, maybe. I don't know. But when your dog is the size of a barking hamster, you know, if you hit him, you're probably going to kill him. So you don't beat a dog ever. I will tell him bad dog when he poops in the house, because he should know by now that you don't do that. And he's been good lately. He just gets mad at me sometimes, and I swear he does it out of spite. But I used to crate him back in the day properly. I'd go to work, I'd crate him, and then when the ex got home from work, she'd let him out. But when she left, like when we broke up, I decided, fuck it, the crate will just I put his food in the crate because he's the kind of dog that licks the bowl. Like when it's empty, he'll lick the bowl. And if I don't put the bowl in the crate, the bowl will end up God knows where. Somewhere in the kitchen, somewhere in the living room, somewhere he'll carry it around and stuff. It's weird. But you leave it in the crate, it stays in the crate, it's easy to fill. But thanks for coming out, asshole Walker. Do yourself a favor and tase your balls off, because you should never fucking reproduce, son. And that's all we got for this episode of Commenting on Comments. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for leaving comments for me to comment on. Don't forget to leave more comments so I can comment on more comments and comment on comments. Like, favorite, subscribe. Peace the frig out.